Hey everyone, this is the campaigns team update for December. So follow along for an update from each of the team members and some holiday flair. So welcome to December. I'll kick off with an update, and you can again check the weekly recap notes for links to relevant updates. So the first thing is Amber West SWAT pipeline coverage MVC. And what this is teaming up with sales, SDRs, field marketing, and digital marketing to determine course correction actions in the next 30 to 45 days aimed at improving pipeline coverage for America's West in Q1. Some notable cross-functional motions include using DV360 and LinkedIn to target the GL 4300 and sales identified accounts outside of the GL 4300 that are also critical in region. We're also leveraging the competitive campaign offers and demand base against the target list using intent data, as well as integrating sales outreach into the competitive campaign tactics. They'll also be launching Sixter campaign pointed to the bi-weekly use case demos, starting with America's West as an MVC for this campaign. And finally, our understanding from sales in the onset and brainstorming on ideas for improving pipeline coverage for America's West was that GCP and partners do well in region. So as a part of this motion, we're also revamping the AWS nurture and launching our GCP nurture in teaming with partner marketing and partner management teams. Lots of people to thank and give shout outs. So take a look at the Epic and you'll see the team that's really teaming together to understand ways we can improve pipeline coverage for America's West. I'll also be providing an update for Agnes while she's out of office. She's kicking off a cadence of Bright Talk bi-weekly demos in collaboration with technical marketing, starting with the VCC use case and live Q&A. And that's also in working with Jenny and William and launching on December 17th. You can check out the bi-weekly demo Epic and the VCC use case demo Epic linked in the weekly recap notes. She's also working with across many teams to launch the Jenkins campaign refresh update, and that includes landing pages and persona-based nurtures that are now live, and ads, refresh sequences, and SDR enablement, which have also taken place. You can take a look at the mural with end-to-end campaign flows for more information, and again, enjoy the rest of the updates. Thank you.
Right, so I'm excited to announce that the Public Sector Digital Transformation Nurture Stream launched this week. So responders to most public sector campaigns will be added into this stream going forward. And I just want to say a huge thanks to Tracy for helping to select the content and review all of the copy for the Nurture stream. So next up, we're going to work on a public sector security Nurture stream, and that will launch early in Q1. The MVC campaign for Japan is progressing very well. It'll launch at the beginning of January. This campaign will go into market with all translated content for the paid promotion, Marketo landing page, forms, Path Factory track, and a contact us page built all in Marketo. At least one translated web page is expected in Q1, so we'll have that additional support next quarter. For now, landing pages are being handled through Marketo for quick creation and translation. So big thank you to our sales team in Japan for reviewing all of those translations so quickly. And the great news is that Tad, the country manager for Japan, said that the translations he's reviewed from Smartling so far have been very high quality. So more on that in just a second. During this process, I've done a lot of translations that we're going to be able to use going forward. So for example, the forms and Path Factory navigation will be used in the campaign as we expand that out. So we're laying a really good groundwork for going forward. Amy's been a huge help in building all of those forms. So thank you, Amy. These assets are also some of the first that we're running through Smartling. And so we're getting a lot of information on best practices as we go through it. Sarah and Luke are helping to define those so we can establish a process and document that in the handbook to help our teams be more efficient going forward as we're using Smartling. Thanks.
Hello, here's an update from the EMEA large segment. Last month, I have been working on an end-to-end demand gen experience for France. So this will be utilizing the Path Factory Explore pages, which look like a landing page, and it will have a number of resources in the French language. And we will be utilizing the LinkedIn lead gen forms to promote this experience. which have proven to be performing very well in EMEA, which is great news. And thanks to Sarah Daly and Amy Waller for helping me build this this page and forms in French and all that, and also looking at implementing Drift on the page, so there is another connection with the SDR team regionally as well. Another initiative I'm working with Fiona is trying to find a way to use more localized case studies, because we have all these great brands from EMEA as well, but everything is in English and we don't have regional websites yet. So we would need to create PDFs in order to use the localizations on Path Factory, and that will require resources from the design team. So looking for a solution, maybe Marketo landing pages for now until we have the regional websites. Another thing that I'm working with Fiona with is a list of promo options for customer case studies. So we want to avoid all of the back and forth when we want to utilize a customer reference or their brand in ads. So I have created a deck with all the options that a customer can review before agreeing to do a case study, and say which ones they are more comfortable with in advance. And that can help us also use more of our case studies on campaigns and make our case studies work harder for us. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, this is an update for our commercial segment, EMEA and APAC. I've also been covering a Amara region while Zach was on parental leave, but now he's back, which is great. So a lot of things has happened since the last update. I've been mainly working on finalizing Q4 plans for commercial and executing Q4 campaigns with digital marketing team. So a couple of things to highlight. Simplified DevOps Integrate campaign has been launched this month. We are kicking this off with the Simplified DevOps webcast that is due to run 16th of December. Zach will be running this webcast along with Cormac Foster, and we will be promoting this through paid and also organic, an email invitation email has gone out this week as well. So another initiative as part of this integrated campaign is the DevOps platform demo, which is due to launch beginning of January. We are planning to use this as retargeting tactic to the audiences from the webcast. We are also updating the concurrent DevOps white paper as part of this campaign. So a huge shout out to Cormac Foster for providing support for this campaign from product marketing perspective, as well as content team Brie and Suri for helping out with content journey mapping and nurture email copy for this campaign. So huge thanks to the team. Another initiative I wanted to share is part of the overarching CI motion. So we are running a CI CD Seeing is Believing webcast 15th of December, which is aligned to the upcoming GitHub Universe event. So I've been working with corporate marketing team on that. Link through the landing page copy into the doc. And a huge shout out to Parker and who's been great to deliver the content for this webcast in such a small, short time scale. So a huge thanks to him. And that's it from me. I just wanted to wish happy holidays and all the health. Thank you.
I jump into my updates. I just want to quickly thank the campaigns team for all of their support during my time out on parental leave, especially Indre, my counterpart on the commercial team. I really was very thankful to have that time and be able to enjoy my son and not need to worry about work at that point in time. So I really appreciate everyone's support and help during my parental leave. So to jump in with my updates, the Simplify DevOps webcast is coming up on December 16th. Invitation 1 has been deployed and paid ads are beginning in the next couple of days. A big shout out to Indre for getting all of that initiated and started in my absence. Shout out to Cormac Foster, who's going to be presenting, as well as Matt for working this into our plans through the additional budget with PMG. The end of availability for starter and bronze is in the planning process. The campaigns team will be supporting office hours, which will run similar to a webcast for kind of Q&A, FAQ type format. That will be using BrightTalk. So we're going to be primarily supporting not necessarily the internal upfront communications, but the office hours and video recordings through that. In addition to those two things, working with the partnership team, specifically Elisa, to revamp the current Nurture Path Factory experience for AWS. That's going to model our prescriptive buyer's journey that we're doing throughout our sales segments, but this is going to be specific to leads coming in from AWS type of events. So we're organizing content, developing nurture programs, structuring Path Factory tracks, and hoping to have that done in the next milestone. And lastly, reviewing SMB and single application content. I've been holding a handful of meetings with sales leadership across the commercial segment and really wanting to start with SMB as a potential low-hanging fruit to build out that prescriptive buyer's journey across our practitioner and manager personas. And that is in the planning process currently. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to give a quick update of what I've been up to in the last couple of weeks. First things first, pricing project. You probably already know what's going on with the pricing project, also known as pricing and packaging, P&P. So just to reiterate, there are a lot of teams working on the pricing project. I'm working with Amy on marketing ops, the data team, Samya, and a lot of other teams on the end of availability email that deploys in January. We have an epic link here in the weekly recap document. I'm sure you're aware of this already, but just wanted to reiterate. Next up is the email marketing database project, also a project that you may be aware of, Todd. This is slowly moving along. Thank you to Rob and the data team for their partnership, as well as growth team and other teams. It's been really a cross-functional effort, really fun. We had a kickoff this week. The development epic is linked in the document as well. And next up, we have really the raison d'etre for the email marketing database project, which is the free user email marketing or self-managed, SaaS or self-managed. Since marketing to both of those groups is dependent on the email marketing database project, I will be working with growth team and marketing operations to potentially send some of these high value emails directly out of the product as an MVC or even an experiment until we can get the email marketing database complete. There's an epic link for that as well. And lastly, we are making some changes to the GitLab newsletter. We're moving from 2 editions per month down to 1 edition per month. And then I'm working with Val S on changing that 1 edition per month to be more of a developer focused newsletter. Check out the epic that I've linked, this epic. There's actually a brief, campaign brief or newsletter brief document that might be interesting to kind of understand where we're going with this, what kind of campaign it is, what the audience is going to be, measuring success, etc. Just wanted to make that available for people to look at. I think it's really important that we make sure that if we have a newsletter, that it's that's something that is really tailored to our audience. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, that's all I got today. Thanks for your time.